Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Weekly Horoscope from the 11th of November to the 17th of November 2018, and this is for you coming from Scorpio. And so the 11th of November, Sunday, is an atrociously bad day. Anything that can go wrong will want to go wrong. Let's tackle the morning, afternoon. You might be moody, you might be changeable, you might be oversensitive, and that creates problems with others. So you don't want to take the lead in the morning, afternoon. You don't want to be the organizer. You don't want to be the planner, because what you plan is meant to go wrong. So let somebody else do that. Be part of the team. Just sit back and enjoy yourself quietly. That way you won't be able to create too much problems. Evening nightfall just as bad. And evening nightfall produces difficulties with others and produces some kind of some kind of failure. And so whatever you try and do in the evening nightfall will go wrong. That's the plan. And the morning afternoon planets of moodiness and oversensitivity will come in the evening as well, because they're very closely associated, and so makes it even worse. So there's nothing much to achieve in the evening nightfall period either. You might as well go home early if I were you. And if you have to be out, tell yourself, be careful that blame can come. Be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Whatever you say and do would probably be on the wrong side of things. That is the plan. So say less, do less. Be out with the people you are. Be quiet. Enjoy yourself quietly. Because it's really not much resulting in anything for you. The 12th November, Monday, is a much better morning-afternoon period. And this morning-afternoon, you can do some things which will bring you to the notice of the people you work with, your bosses. Or in business, you'll be come to the notice of business people. So you must now, morning and afternoon, show off your capabilities, whether for job, whether for business, and show off how you can do well, because the planet of expansion is also there. And this planet of expansion wants to help you expand your duties of job, promotion-wise, duties in business, expansion of business, new things attached. You can attract a new partnership if you want. So make a lot of attempt to do very well in the morning-afternoon period, and you will. Try not to be stubborn, try not to be dominating, that's all. Evening nightfall is perfectly wonderful. I'm sorry, evening nightfall is terrible. I'm sorry about that. It's terrible. Evening nightfall wants to introduce accidents of all kinds, whether they are physical, verbal, whether they are emotional accidents. It wants you to be disappointed in one way or another. It creates all kinds of difficulties. Avoid people who have bad habits like too much drinking or too much doing something which is not good. And stay away from people that can bring harm to you just because you're part of their group. So if I were you and you don't have to be out, go back to the safety of your own home, because too many things can go wrong. And stay away from the sea as well. Don't drink too much, otherwise your driving will be a problem. You can be on the wrong side of the law. So many things can go wrong. If you have to be out, be very cautious. 13th November, and now we've got 24 hours for you. Wonderful 24 hours, morning, afternoon, very fast planets, and they are all very good for you. They make you very inventive. Oh yes. And they'll give you that inventiveness to just impress people at your place of work, or impress people that you are with for socializing or for lunch. So somebody is drilling somewhere, my neighbor. And so they will also, in the morning, afternoon, these planets bring very good news very, very quickly. So plenty of goodness comes your way. So tell yourself, whatever you do in the morning, afternoon, be quick about it. Answer your calls, answer your messages, and you're going to be very smartly getting away with plenty of good news and plenty of good stuff waiting for you. Evening, nightfall, slow planets take over. And these slow planets, they want to do well for you. You have to be patient. So these planets of the evening, they hour by hour produce plenty of good news for you. And they produce plenty of opportunities for you. You got to be patient, and you'll see that the development is to your favor. Let's talk of the 14th November, Wednesday. Very fast planets again are seen, and they're all business-minded planets. They're the planets of communication, the planets of money, the planets of business and trade. So it's a working day. You're going to have a lot on your plate. You've got to be very fast answering emails and answering messages, because a lot of goodness is waiting for you. And these planets are going to be helped by other planets introducing you to new areas of business. So you're going to be very lucky in that morning-afternoon period. Evening, nightfall, just as good. Now some wonderful planets are going to introduce all kinds of goodness for you. And these wonderful planets of the evening, nightfall will produce gain. So you could gain in the romance, you could gain in the marriage, being very happy, and you could gain with whoever you are is. If you are with the people you work with, the people you do business with, you will do extremely well in the evening, nightfall. So dress well, look good, you are going to be the center of attraction. 15th of November, Thursday. Now that's a pretty bad morning and afternoon period. And whatever you try to do in the morning, afternoon is planned to go wrong. And the planets of arrogance are also there. And if you try to be arrogant, not many people are going to want to work with you or be with you. You will be isolated. So try to be negotiable, try to be friendly, try to be supportive. And that way you'll get some help. Because it's a morning, afternoon where whatever you do is planned to go wrong. Whether in job, whether in business, whether having lunch with anybody. Evening, nightfall, also not much better. Now the planets of ego take over. And these planets make you very egoistic. So you're quick to criticize, you become a perfectionist, and who wants to be with you because everything is not right? So stop it. Tell yourself, let me show appreciation, let me show support, let others take the lead and make the plans, let me just be the follower. And you will confuse these planets, they'll leave you alone and you'll have a much better evening nightfall period. 16th November, Friday, not very good planets are there for you coming from Scorpio. These planets plan that you should be disappointed, you should be played out, you should be let down, you should have accidents of all kinds, whether physical, emotional. And it says that whatever you try and do, you are going to be let down by others, so don't delegate your duties to anyone because they'll spoil it and you'll get the blame. Stay away from anything about secrecy. Don't mix with people who drink too much for lunch, because things are going to go very wrong in the morning, afternoon. Focus on your timetable, focus on what you have to do, make sure you get seen to, because blame will come. Evening, nightfall, just as bad. Evening, nightfall, there's always the gloom and the unfortunateness of things. So love stories can be bad. If you are in the marriage area, situations will be bad. If you're out with your bosses, if you're out with the people you work with, the people you do business with, it's going to be terrible. So if you have to be out, say less. Let others take the lead. Be agreeable as much as you can. Because one wrong turn and everything goes super bad in the evening nightfall period. And don't drink too much, drive carefully. 17th November, Saturday. The morning is pretty good for you. Planets are a bit slow. So you have to be patient. Something is developing for you in the morning, afternoon, but slowly. You can't go faster than your own planets. You'll be coming back with nothing. So be patient and you will get something good going your way. Whether it's for the romance, whether it's to help your marriage, be happy. Whether it's going out with your bosses or with your workmates, or whether it's with the business people, something long-term is developing. So see where you want to improve and go that way. Evening, nightfall, also super good, and you're going to be very lucky. These are planets of growth. So the planets of growth are going to give you a lot of growth. So mix business and pleasure and be out with the people that matter, whether it's for business, whether it's for job. And if the romance you want to chase, go ahead. Or you want to make the family happy, go ahead. But try and mix business as well. Many of these are business planets. Well, that's the week for you. I'm already Skyping. And I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year in detail. I'll base it all on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I will give you plenty of information, whether in your job, whether business, whether finances, whether the romance, the marriage, the family, whether in your health areas. I'll give you your personal lottery numbers based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And with that information, that will be relevant for the rest of your life. And you can check out with what I give generally for people in Scorpio every month. And if the numbers are very close, you've got to go and buy. I'll give you your lucky colors, your lucky directions, your lucky gemstones, your lucky lot of things, lucky days. And you will be right on top of everything for the next 7, 8, 9 years. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, make the contact, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and good luck.